Right, so live in a sec. Hey, welcome to Failcraftcast. I'm Hammy. Hope you're well. This is a 2-minute deck guide and introduction to Handlock Warlock and how it's changing Goblin vs Gnomes. So if you're a long-time Hearthstone player, great. Take a look at our other episode, which is looking at this Goblins vs Gnomes tweaked deck in more detail. We'll get into a half hour. If you're new, this is a 2-minute summary, or if you just want a quick refresher, our 2 minutes starts now. So, Handlock. If you're new to Hearthstone, Handlock is a style of Warlock where you take damage, you try and stay alive in the early game. In the mid to late game, you swing in with huge cards. Some of them thrive off you having loads of cards in hand. So, for example, the Twilight Drake, the more cards you have in hand, the more health this has. You can combo it with cards such as the Defender of Argus to make taunts and buff them. You can use Sunfury Protectors to make taunts of your cards. So Handlock revolves around getting big minions out as soon as possible. The big minions will get out of Twilight Drakes for big health. The Mountain Giant costs 1 less for each other card in your hand, and then the Molten Giant in the late game if you've taken a lot of damage. Make those into tanks with Sunfury Protector and Defender of Argus, and then swing in and do loads and loads of damage for the victory. How do you get so? If you need to get to that stage, Handlock is vulnerable in the early game. What you need to do in early game is make sure you stay alive. How do you stay alive? Well, you can put up tanks early doors if you need to. The Ancient Watcher, this is a substitute in the deck that I was taking a look at or I played with, has a Lord Jaraxxus. So Jaraxxus, of course, replaces your hero, gives you additional health, the ability to summon 6/6 elementals and a weapon with 3 attack, 8 durability. So feel free to swap that Ancient Watcher out for Jaraxxus. It's worth noting for new Handlock players, this is a greedy deck. You could play a safer version of this deck by including another Ancient Watcher, perhaps less Mortal Coil, or swapping one of the bigger finishes out for another Ancient Watcher and another Iron Beak Owl. Watcher in the early game, 4 attack, 5 health, turn that into a tank to soak up rushes. Use Dark Bombs to do 3 damage and remove rush cards. Ditto with Mortal Coil for removing cards 2. The Big Game Hunter is for mirror matches. 2 Hellfires will give you strafing ability to remove rush decks. Shadow Flame, destroy a friendly minion, deal its attack damage to all. Destroy that with an Ancient Watcher or with one of your giants to clear a board as well against aggro. You also have double heal bots to shield you against aggro cards. Loatheb as a pivot. Sludge Belcher will slow down the mid game if you're playing aggro or give you something else to get out. Sylvanas is great for taking your opponent's big threats, and in mirror matches, double Siphon Soul will remove big threats and heal you back up. Oh, and there we go with that alarm bell, which is finishing our 2 minutes. So Dr. Boom and Extraza are your finishers, and Molten and Mountain Giant, you either throw out Moltens when you're low on health. You throw out Mountains ideally if you've been able to life tap, life tap, life tap, get loads of cards in hand in the early game, and attack early with the Molten Giant. That is our 2-minute summary of Handlock. Worth noting, as I said, that for you newer players, that's a very, very greedy version of the deck, and you can play safer versions, which we'll go through in our longer summary. So thanks for tuning in. If you want to see a longer summary, including some ladder matches to actually see this deck in action, click the link that you see in the top left of this image here. If you'd like to see more 2-minute deck guides or longer Hearthstone half-hour New Player Monday guides that we do, where we go through the decks in more detail and show them in action live in games, click the top right link. This is Failcraftcast and I've been Hammy. Where can you find us? Twitch.tv/Failcraftcast live a bunch of nights a week. If you're watching live on Twitch now, do not go away. We're going to be taking this deck into battle very shortly. If you're watching on YouTube, come join us live on Twitch or check on @Failcraftcast on Twitter. Thanks very much for tuning in. If you're live